So
it's been a long month.
it has. He tells me, in fact, he's been away for 5 weeks.
Yeah.
And down. 3-4.
So 3-4. Nothing in it. Both of these guys have nothing to save it for. There's just Christmas lunch ahead of them. There's no tournaments for a while until afterwards when they get off to Chicago, and I'm pretty certain both of them are playing it. So if there's anything left in the tank, it'll come out tonight. It's been such an exciting matchup, this. Everybody's talking about it here, even the players that have flown out. And as I said when I was talking to the audience, I had a call from Dave Palmer and Johnny White and a few of the boys saying, you know, if you see the big man, tell the Aussie good luck from all of us, you know. So
Yeah.
there's a lot of interest here, and Jonathan, so popular. They love him here. They really do. He's great for the game. He's a magical little character. I say little. He's a big guy, actually. So.
Well, what greater prize to have as #1 title, and you know, this is the first event in Saudi Arabia, and they couldn't have picked this any better.
You're absolutely on the ball there. The timing is dramatic, to say the least, and I'm sure it's going to get the world media excited. I've been receiving some emails coming in today from all over the place. People talking about the lineup, what's on it, that extra bit. The real buzz here, I mean, it's really amazing. I mean, I know you guys back home are already thinking of Christmas and the shops and Santa Claus and what have you. But here, we're locked into this tournament. It's not Christmas, and it doesn't happen till after today. And these guys, they're feeling exactly the same. Win or lose, the two of them are going to open their mind and go back to normality tomorrow. But right now, it's to the death.
A nice little lead here for Power, 5-3.
And he's in control here. Jonathan, when he's looking Lasonic like that, is usually playing very, very well. And he's opened up a nice little gap. 6-3.
It's interesting, Robert, doing the commentary with some of the players, and a lot of the players do talk about how Jonathan is able to hit the ball just a fraction of a second earlier than most of the other players, and it's actually can be quite difficult just to get used to that in the first game against Jonathan.
Yeah, absolutely. The other thing he does is, if you watch him, and I think he's got incredible racket head speed, his racket hangs down almost as though he's just wandering around, and then suddenly the guy whips balls in from any angle, and you simply don't know which way they're going. And that slight delay you have, Billy, of working it out, is he going short, is he going right, is he going left, is that moment that he uses. And if he doesn't take you on the first point, he can open you up like a can, because you're chasing the second one. And then, of course, Anthony, totally different cup of tea altogether. He's just a rock-solid guy. I mean, his whole game is solid. He works hard. I think his greatest strength is his intensity, his passion, his belief in himself, his desire to break records and to do something special. And it's lovely to see. He's just a big, healthy, bouncing boy, and all of Australia should be very proud of him. I sometimes get a bit upset with Australia. They don't give enough support to their squash players. They produce such great tennis players, swimmers, and what have you, but they produce fabulous squash players. So come on, Australia, how about a tournament for these boys?
Great rally.
Nice one here, Jonathan in, lovely touch. So
Beautiful
quick,
shot.
Great balance, lines the ball up, just pushes it in. That's natural talent. Jonathan's one of those guys, simply hardly needs to practice it. He's always been able to do it. Some of the others, well, they have to work just a bit harder.
Yes, lad.
Let ball. Anthony gives his first indication to the referee. And remember, these guys, especially somebody like Anthony, will pump himself up, even if maybe he's not right on a point. He'll just charge himself up with a bit of a moan or a bit of a chip. I mean, McEnroe used to do it. I mean, it's been done by many people. And that will just get him back in there. Concentration levels very high at the moment on this court. Good crowd, by the way. Amazing. First ever event, an inaugural tournament here in Saudi Arabia. First big international event they've ever had, and that's a big attack from Anthony. Hit that great, but Jonathan's speed to the front picks it up.
I was actually trying to have a chat with Adrian earlier, Robert, and you and the crowd wouldn't let us.
Was I on the microphone? I do apologise.
when it was working.
Especially when the DJ went mad.
Yeah, I can promise you that somebody will be attached to a camel tonight and sent into the desert. Guy who let me down on that microphone is dead.
When the crowd started stamping, I was a bit worried that this seating was going to come right down on top of me, because we're sat right underneath it, as you can see.
Great squash here. This is a long rally.
It's a good one. It's a good one. And this is what it's all about. Suddenly, both of them are on the ball. They're pumping out a long one. And this will really kickstart this match. They've gone through the opening gambits. They've got the sweat on their shirts. They're ready to go. They've got the length of the court. They've settled in. Their shots are going to be there. Now they'll start going for things. There, great boast from Anthony. Works him to the front. Jonathan up to it. The rally continues.
I'm sure this is the longest rally of the match so
far. And what a way to finish it. I think Jonathan, at the moment, looks really good. Look at the style of him. Just chips it across there. Oh, that's lovely. There's not much you can do about that. When Jonathan...
Interesting, Robert. Jonathan is sort of letting his skills do the talking here. He's playing a really astute game. He's not sort of getting involved in some of the physical stuff that we saw Ricketts and Linku do. But he's just punishing Ricketts on any loose shot. He'll just roll a shot off. It's just phenomenal.
And to be honest with you, I think it doesn't take a genius to work it out. He's much better when he's like this. When he gets upset, when he gets involved, when there's body contact and there's lots of facial expressions and a few screams, I don't think he's better. I think he's better like this. He was very relaxed in the car, chatting and joking and laughing, very laid back about it all. And I think when Jonathan's like that, I think he's much more dangerous. When he's grimacing and having a chip and a moan, I don't think he's quite as good as he is at his best. And I think we're starting to see Jonathan at his best here.
Any news on the toe, Robert?
I spoke to him about it. He's had injections. He's had some treatment on it, and as he said, I've just got to go through the pain as the game progresses. I understand it. Being the foot as well, you can get by, and he's certainly he's done a little bit better than get by. What about that? Plays that great shot in on the forehand side. Let's see it again. There, the defensive shot deep. Anthony brings it across court, hits him short, and then punishes him.
Oh, that's beautiful play.
Yeah, that's that low racket head just whipping it away. And there again, look at that. Oh, he just plays the ball so well, Jonathan. He's middling it now. Jonathan is hot. Look at this rally again. There it is, lovely feel across the court, and finishes it off. Oh,
well, what a masterclass.
Well done, Jonathan.